If you are a fan of softball, you are going to love the Fastpitch TV show. From softballjunk.com, we're bringing you more softball than anyone on the planet. Sit back and get ready. Here's the Fastpitch TV show.
Hello, I'm your host Gary Leland, and this is the Fastpitch TV show. Make sure take a look at all my videos, blogs, all my softball information on my website at fastpitch.tv. Now today I'm going to bring you the 2014 NFCA All-American announcements given at the Women's College World Series. It will also include a Q&A with several of the All-Americans. But before that starts, let's watch this short video about my Fastpitch magazine, which you can find at fastpitchmagazine.com.
Oops, sorry. I was reading this month's issue of the Fastpitch magazine. What? You're not familiar with the Fastpitch magazine? Watch this. You are going to love it. Looks great, right? Want to find more about the #1 coaching tool on the internet? Go to fastpitchmagazine.com today.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm Brian Davis, the Director of Media Relations with the National Fastpitch Coaches Association, and I'm proud to be here to announce the 2014 All-American teams. We have been doing this for 29 years now, announcing the All-Americans. I think in introducing Lacey Lee Baker, our Executive Director, as well as North Carolina head coach Donna Papa, who is a member of our committee. They have done a good job of picking these teams, and it's something that I think they could speak to how much the sport has grown over the years. To that end, they decided this year to add an extra all-region team, so we have 3 all-region teams in 10 different regions to give more players an opportunity to qualify and potentially become All-Americans down the line. I will start out basically by a few notes. I will read off the All-American teams for this year, first, second, and third teams. We will talk a little bit to our players here. As you can see, we have Shelby Penley from Oklahoma, Whitney Canyon from Baylor, Maddie O'Brien from Florida State, Sheridan Hawkins from Oregon, Courtney Seo from Oregon. And so basically, start off the notes. We have the 5 conferences that are participating at this year's Women's College World Series. Picked up 39 of the 54 total selections this year, including 16 of the 18 members of the first team. The Southeastern Conference led the way with 14. The Pac-12 had 13. The ACC had 5. The Big 12 had 4. And the Sun Belt Conference, obviously represented by Louisiana Lafayette, had 3. Oregon, Auburn, Washington, and Notre Dame led the country with 3 total selections each, while Florida State, Oregon, Alabama, and UCLA led the nation with 2 first-team selections. And now I will read this year's All-American teams. On the first team, in the pitcher position, from Florida State, Lacey Waldrop, from Oregon, Sheridan Hawkins, and from Alabama, Jacqueline Trena. At catcher, Taylor Edwards of the University of Nebraska. At first base, Hallie Wilson of the University of Arizona. At second base, Alex Hugo of Georgia. At third base, Courtney Seo of Oregon. At shortstop, Sierra Romero of Michigan. Our outfielder slots, Haley McClenny of Alabama, Brandy Malero of Auburn, and Victoria Hayward of Washington. At utility pitcher, Ali Carta from UCLA. At the DP or utility non-pitcher position, Stephanie LaRosa from UCLA. And we had 5 at-large selections on the first team. At shortstop, Maddie O'Brien from Florida State, Madison Shipman from Tennessee, Whitney Canyon from Baylor, Shelby Penley from Oklahoma, and Kelsey Stewart from Florida. And now the second team. We had 3 pitchers on it as well. Sarah Moulton from Minnesota, Dallas Escobedo of Arizona State, and Christina Hamilton of Louisiana Lafayette. The catcher was Amber Freeman of Arizona State. First base, Michaela Arizmendi of Notre Dame. Hannah Flippen of Utah was the second baseman. Caitlin Richardson of Minnesota was the third baseman. And at shortstop, Jill Barrett of Tulsa. Our outfield was made up of Janie Takeda of Oregon, Jennifer Gilbert of Ball State University, and Carly Wester of Notre Dame. At utility pitcher, Jalen Ford of James Madison, Savannah Jaquish of LSU. And our 5 at-large selections were Kirsten Verdon of DePaul, Casey Cooper of Auburn, Annie Aldretti of Tennessee, Haley Wagner of Michigan, and Chelsea Wilkinson of the University of Georgia. And last but not least, the third team. Our pitchers, Hannah Campbell of South Alabama, Amy Krieger of Tulsa, Sarah Nevins of USF, at catcher, Lexi Elkins of Louisiana Lafayette, first base, Hooch Fagali of Washington, at second base, Emily Carasoni of Auburn, third base, Missy Takiyaho of Cal State Fullerton. At shortstop, Kelly Fox of the University of Arizona. In the outfield, Emily Kerner of Notre Dame. Taylor Gadbois of Missouri. And Lindsey Stevens of Texas. At utility pitcher, Tatum Edwards of Nebraska. At DP or utility non-pitcher, Kylie Lawners of Washington. And our 5 at-large selections, a pitcher, Hannah Rogers of Florida. Lauren Chamberlain of the University of Oklahoma, a first baseman. In outfield, Shelly Robinson of USC Upstate. An outfielder, Cassie Tysarchik of Texas A&M. And finally, at utility pitcher, Meredith Owen of Stetson. So those are the All-American teams for this year. I would like to start it off, perhaps if Maddie, if you wouldn't mind, could just talk a little bit about what it means to you to be an All-American.
It's quite an honor to be recognized, not only with the athletes up here with me, but just those before me. And like I said, it's just an honor, and it's just another benchmark for our program to keep working, and it's very exciting for Florida State.
Whitney, how about you?
Same here. You know, there's a lot of great athletes to choose from, and it's definitely an honor as part of Baylor University. But I couldn't have done it without my teammates this year. They obviously make me a better pitcher, and give credit to my catcher, Claire Hosack, who's out there catching every game when I'm pitching. So just a credit to my whole Baylor University team.
Shelby, how about you?
I would have to agree to everything that they just said. It's quite an honor, and it would be very hard to accomplish this without my teammates and my coaches and my family, and just thank you to everyone around me.
And Sheridan, either you or Courtney, either one?
I would just say the same as them. I think that we're really honored to, be chosen, and just to get to represent the University of Oregon and play for the University of Oregon. And I think we would both agree that we couldn't do it without our team, and we definitely couldn't do it without one another, and we're just extremely thankful.
All right, we'd like to open it up for any questions you all might have.
Can each player talk a little bit about your matchup in the first round here at the World Series and what you see in your opponent?
Looking at numbers and stuff, our numbers match up pretty evenly to Alabama, and we're both pretty solid this year, and I think it's going to be a pretty evenly matchup.
We're starting off with Florida tomorrow morning. I'm very excited. I started my career off with them a long time ago, and I'm just excited to get out there and play tomorrow morning. And very good matchup, good pitching, good bunting, good hitting. I think both of us all around can play the game.
Yeah, we play Oregon tomorrow, and just looking at them, they're a very good team, great pitching, great hitting, and lots of speed. So we're just prepared for everything, and it should be a really good matchup between both of us.
First of all, congratulations to all you guys up here and all the other All-Americans. It's a real honor as well for all of us. But our matchup against Florida State tomorrow, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be an opener. They're a team that we necessarily haven't seen, especially here in my 4 years at Oregon. So it's going to be a good matchup. We're going to see something a little different, and just see how it ends up.
Courtney, how have you seen Sheridan grow this season, kind of not having Jess Moore around this season, just kind of filling that role for you guys?
Well, overall, last year Sheridan was a big help for us as well as with Jess Moore. But this year, being our number one, our ace, she had to step up quite a bit and take that role, and she took it right away. She stepped up, she grew mentally, she grew physically, and she's just done a really great job for us in the circle, being that ace pitcher for us.
Shelby, you guys saw Jackie Traina a couple of years ago. Can you just talk about what makes her a tough pitcher.
She throws hard. She moves the ball in and out, and she hits her spots pretty well. She has a pretty decent changeup, and she can get you on the up pitch that's pretty hard also. The main thing that she has is her speed. She throws harder than most people, which it's kind of hard to adjust back and forth from hard to the slow changeup, and she's just an all-around good pitcher.
This is for Whitney. You made All-American 3 years ago. You had to battle back from an injury. Does this maybe have a little more special meaning?
Yeah, I just, I'm so thankful for this last year to get to play and to see what all the rehab has finally kind of paid off, and think about all the hours that I put in for the 2 surgeries. That it's nice to see it all pay off and see where our team's gone and taking the seniors here back to the World Series.
Whitney, Coach Moore was asked earlier if you're the tour guide here in Oklahoma City. I mean, you've obviously been here before and been at Baylor a while. I mean, do you try to kind of be the mama hen a little bit?
Yeah, it's gone from mom to grandma from last year to this year. But I'm kind of the tour guide everywhere. When we went to Georgia again, when we had the selection show, telling the freshmen, okay, if we see Waco Regional, that means we're hosting, and then you'll see, home visitor. Like, I feel like I'm just kind of explaining the route to everyone. I've been a lot of places since I've been here, a lot of tournaments. So definitely kind of the team mom, just kind of show them the ropes, and they, love to ask questions. It's always asking me questions about things.
Whitney, how odd is it that you started your career against Florida and seeing them again? And I know that's a long time ago, but do you remember much from that weekend?
Yeah, I remember a lot from that weekend because it was my first time to pitch at Baylor, and they were ranked #1 when the preseason rankings came out. So that was my first collegiate game. I could hardly eat that first day, I felt like, very nervous. But not a lot of the same players from then to now, but great program. We've played a lot of teams in the SEC, all other conferences, but it's going to be a great program because, like I said, I think then they were mostly long ball, and now I think they have more short game to them because back then, with all their hitters they had, it was basically just trying to hit a lot of home runs.
Shelby, when you were coming out of high school, did you want to keep pitching in college, and kind of what led you to approach Patty this season about that?
No. Actually, in high school, I didn't really like pitching at all. I liked to play the infield, and it was just we had a pitcher end up leaving the team in the middle of the season, and we needed another one, and I brought it up, said that I could pitch, and Coach Gasso kind of thought it was kind of funny, and then she had me do a little tryout one day, and ever since then I've just been pitching.
Shelby, Lauren was on this team as a third teamer, obviously, because she was unavailable for a lot of the season. But what does it mean to you guys, and you in particular, right there next to her in the order, to have her back and hitting the ball well again?
It's always great to have Lauren in the lineup, and the times that she was out, it was an adjustment for us, just learning how to play without her there. And then when she came back, she's doing some great things, hitting a lot of home runs, hitting a lot of RBIs, and it's just nice having her back in that lineup. Makes us that much more solid.
Whitney and Sheridan, as pitchers, have you guys ever considered wearing a mask while you're pitching, and if so, why or why not?
I never have.
I never have worn a mask. I did get hit in the face before my freshman year of high school, but I don't know. That was just something I never really felt the need to do.
I've been hit in the face as well in travel ball, but masks weren't really a thing, or never really thought about it. I think I would, with my windup, if I wear a visor, I hit it or anything, so I'm sure I would hit a mask.
Any other questions? If not, then thank you. Hey, y'all hang on just a second. I'm going to take a picture.
Looking for a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount on all regular price bats on the website. That's right, $30 discount. Just text the word Fastpitch to 555-888 and Gary will send you a discount code good for $30 off your next softball bat at SoftballJunk.com. FYI, that code's also good at the Arlington, Texas store.
Welcome back. Now that last short clip, well, that was my daughter Amanda telling you about my website. That's right, my website, softballjunk.com. Make sure and text the word Fastpitch to 555-888 and get your discount code for $30 off your next softball bat. And you can use that code at checkout over and over and over and over to save your $30. You can share it with your friend, whatever you want to do. It's a great deal. You just need to text Fastpitch to 555-888 and I'll text you back the discount code. Now, if you enjoy the show, I ask you at least check out my website, softballjunk.com, the next time you're looking for softball equipment. If I offer a competitive price, well, please buy from me and show some support for all the free content I bring you week after week. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Please tell your friends about fastpitch.tv and make sure and take a look at my website in case you've never been there. You really need to go. Fastpitch.tv. Until next time, this is your host, Gary Leland, saying goodbye and thanks for watching.
This show is a member of the Fastpitch TV network. See all of our shows and blogs at www.fastpitch.tv.